Is anyone taking part in the Jim and Them cake challenge?
Not that I know of, but maybe it's a surprise. Maybe we're waiting on some sort of surprise cake that's going to come.
Because it would be a big shame if our whole chat was a bunch of scumbags.
Is it going to be a cake with a stripper in it?
Yeah, a bunch of dirtbags sending us a
nice novelty cake.
I'll take anything.
Yeah.
I just want a cake.
Just a cupcake.
What type of cake you favor?
I'm not into chocolate cake.
Ooh, fun
chocolate cake or chocolate frosting, though?
No, the frosting doesn't really matter that much as long as there's not too much of it and it becomes too rich. But I don't like chocolate cake, but I do like German chocolate cake. I don't know why that it's different, but I don't like chocolate cake at all. But you give me a German chocolate cake and I'm super down with it.
I'm all about a golden cake with a chocolate frosting. Get fucked everything else.
I'm there with you right there. And also funfetti, though. I love me funfetti.
Funfetti?
What's funfetti?
It's just like vanilla cake with sprinkles in it.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
I mean, most cake is usually like some sort of white frosting, I guess, with chocolate.
Yeah, like
cake.
buttercream frosting.
Yeah, and I mean, it's fine, but you can't beat the old classic. Just a golden cake with the chocolate frosting.
Yeah.
Like my grandma used to make for my birthday. And now she can't anymore because she doesn't alive anymore.
What about carrot cake? I know a lot of people they're very torn on carrot cake or not.
Torn?
When
Yeah,
I was
throw
really
it in the trash.
People either love it or they hate it.
I'm torn which trash can to throw it in.
When I was really little, I loved carrot cake.
I'll
and now
eat carrot.
I
Don't get me wrong, I'll eat carrot cake. I don't. Actually, you know what? Fuck. I did carrot cake at Mimi's Cafe.
Oh,
well,
Jim,
they're like muffins.
Do you accidentally love carrot cake? And
well,
you're
they're
just
like muffins. So I mean,
you're
I guess
getting caught
it's
in the
kind of
moment.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Are those carrot cake muffins? I think they are.
German chocolate cake is gross, though.
You don't like that?
I don't know.
Is it because
what
of the
that
coconut?
is.
People
Yes.
don't like coconut. I don't love coconut, but you'd know it as soon as you
It's
saw
the
it.
cake you get at Domino's.
It's like chocolate cake and it has like that
Like
golden coconut frosting on it.
Golden ass frosting.
I mean, it looks all right, I
Since
guess.
Jeff
Although,
isn't here, I
I mean,
gotta take a hard
it's
stance against
super tasty. Or is it Jeff's not here? We can all just not have a Jeff here.
Well, I was.
we should take advantage of that.
I was talking about this actually this past week when my girlfriend and I were in Disney. Like, I don't like lemon shit on desserts.
I'm with you there.
I get so annoyed because everyone thinks they're like fucking proper or because on all these cooking shows they're always like adding lemon zest on their fucking cakes and shit.
Well, any form of
and
zest
I'm like, get out of here.
trash.
But
Or
what
they're
about,
just trying to make lemon pies and stuff and trying to mix in the lemon all the time. And I'm like, get the fuck out of my face.
Well, what about a lemon with a nice chocolate drizzle sauce on top of it? Served you by a maid.
Oh, yeah, that's right, at the fucking maid cafe.
I was laughing so hard at that. I forgot how fucking funny it was when you were at that maid cafe.
Yeah, at our old school Level Up Expo, the first year we went.
The very first year.
But no, I'm a simple man with simple pleasures, and I like a golden cake with a chocolate frosting. Yeah, I'm sure fucking stupid Jeff would be here because he likes to think that his taste in food gives him some sort of status, like he's not living trash or whatever. Like,
yeah, like he's not like a fucking walking dumpster.
Just shitting on him. He's not even here.
Nah, his dude
Making
loves
it a heated food, just because we know that, like, if he was here,
Yeah,
he'd
this
be
is-
like, "Whoa, lemon meringue,
Chocolate frosting!
you know, he'd be
fuck you! Fuck
No,
you!
he'd be like, "You don't like a lemon meringue?" He tries to come off like he's all being like just like a normal like person talking at first. He's like, "Oh, you don't like a nice like meringue?" But then he turns into a big piece of shit.
Yeah, chocolate cake I'm not into unless it's German chocolate cake.
Everett Gunther's loves lemon. I guess.
Well, I guess I
apparently.
don't run into a lot of cake situations where lemon is involved. I can't even think of a single time.
It's just nasty to me. It's gross.
Yeah.
I've had it. I mean, I've had like the pies or the cake or the zest or whatever, and it's never good. It never adds anything to it
I
to
mean,
me.
lemon meringue pie's been around forever. I know that's one of the pies
I mean, I
my
guess
mom
that's
likes.
a little different. I can see that, but I'm talking when they're usually just adding lemon to a cake or to like a brownie or whatever.
How
the
you feel
fuck
about an
they add it
orange
to.
zest, though?
Yeah, I don't want any of that. I don't want to pretend like that's for people that want to pretend they're not eating desserts.
Yeah.
They pretend like, oh, I don't need this sweet tooth.
It's all about
Yeah,
plating. It's
I
not
have-
about the food. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, I have fruits for my dessert. Go get the fuck out of here. I'm not respecting you. That's the same person that's like, I only watch History Channel and I don't even watch TV. I only watch A&E and the History Channel, which has like the most garbage.
Yeah, those
of
used to be the
anything.
smart
Yeah,
channels, and
yeah.
now they're the trashiest channels there are.
Yeah, so a lot of garbage stuff. If Jeff's driving around, listening right now, I know you have a fucking trash retort to what I'm talking about right now, and I'm just preemptive strike, George Bush style, bitch.
Yeah, take that, bitch. Yeah, you fucking bitch. How you fucking like that?
Yeah, Rick Gunther saying get some culture.
Yeah, but seriously, chat, send us a cake. It can't be
now
hard.
don't even bother because you're just gonna send me these lemon cakes and I'm just gonna stomp on them and fucking end the show forever.
You can just give it to me.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'll slap it out of your. I'll give it to you, and then when you go to eat, I'll slap it out of your hand.
And I'll record it all for the tasty clicks.
So I mean, I know at this point since it's part 2 as well. By the time this podcast goes up, this is like way late past. But Kathy Griffin, huh, guys? What's up with this Kathy Griffin?
It's funny to me how everyone's acting now like she has been so relevant because she did this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what has she done? I haven't heard about her in years.
What she did is pretty kind of like. Ugh.
What she does, yeah. I mean, it's definitely. I understand the who cares, but I also am like, see what you did.
Well, she's irrelevant, so whatever it was probably a stunt that worked. I guess,
she
right?
did a stunt. Yeah, she held up a bloody fake Trump head, like in a photo shoot or whatever.
What was it for?
I don't even know.
Was it just to put on the internet and rile people up?
Yeah, it was art. It was
pretty much. Pretty much that's all it was.
Huh.
I'm sure it was for some dumb magazine, and then the photographer was probably like some French homo or whatever, and
Jesus. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yeah, I only said that for the goof. It like came in as I was talking, but he's just some artiste that was like.
Why does she look like this?
Yeah, no, she looks awful.
Yeah, who's this dude?
Terrible. Yeah.
Why is this guy talking about Kathy Griffin?
But yeah, let's take a look at some of it. And like, I don't.
Do you have the picture?
Yeah, let me find the picture real quick. I don't give a fuck. I don't think she should be fired or any of that stuff.
I don't either.
But I also.
Wait, fired from what? What is she doing?
They kicked her off the New Year's Eve, and they kicked her off, I guess, Squatty Potty or whatever. But it's like, it's more that I've been saying don't fire these people forever, and the people on her side are the same people that get everyone fired for shit. So this is what happens. What do you think was going to happen?
That is a weird picture.
Well, and then I don't know if you have it queued up for later about like his Trump's son. About like part of the reason Trump is saying he's upset is because like his son saw it and got really upset.
Yeah, and that's phony. He's just fucking. Everyone wants to use their thing, like what? Like it's Dan Harmon all over again.
Yeah.
So are there people on the other side being like, "Oh, why weren't you mad when fucking Obama?"
That's the big thing.
They were burning the Obama dummy.
Oh, absolutely, that is the big thing. And I get the argument, but it's also not the same. It's not the same because. Usually, most of those are just nobodies doing shit, and plus, people were mad. First of all, people were mad about that.
Yeah, and if Kathy Griffin had done the same thing about Obama, everyone would have been probably pretty pissed.
I mean, the big one everyone goes to is Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent did
said he was going to shoot Obama.
He didn't say that, but it was heavily implied. He said something like, "If Obama gets reelected, I'm going to be dead or in jail." So it's like. It's heavily implied he's going to try to kill the president.
Right.
But the Secret Service did look in. He did have to go and talk to the Secret Service. So like. Shit did happen.
He's like, I'm not really going to kill the president. I'm just going to keep sleeping with 11-year-old girls, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, he's trash.
Take that, Ted Nugent. Thurston's got your number.
He's trash, and like, he should get all that stuff. But let's
Sorry, I just said that when I had cat scratch fever.
It's just let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. And plus, like the people coming to her aid or saying it's not a big deal. You made this. You made this world we live in. This is what happens. This is your fault.
Yeah, no one would be doing this stunt if other people hadn't done a stunt that was copying a first stunt that was copying the original stunt.
I guess if you want to go way back, it was originally the religious people's fault in like the 90s or whatever. But then like they became so irrelevant, like everyone laughs at them. But then all these fucking liberals, now they're the ones that are so sad. But now it's just everyone saying like, yes, snowflake. No, yes, snowflake. No, yes, snowflake. And I'm like, I got the shovel, bro. I got the shovel. I'm shoveling up the hole.
That's a real Jake Sprague joke. I feel like you were channeling Jake Sprague right there. I felt like Jake was suddenly he possessed your body, and he's like, I got a joke.
You can't shovel an avalanche, Jim.
Whoa.
Yeah, I do love that response. Is you know what happens with a lot of snowflakes? An avalanche. You know what happens? A lot of snowflakes. School gets canceled.
I'm so glad I don't know any of this stuff.
This story reminds me of that part in Napoleon Dynamite when they have to tell Pedro he can't beat pinatas of his enemy. when he's running against Hillary Duff's sister. He's like, I don't know how you do it in Mexico, but up here we do not beat piñatas of our opponents.
I forgot about that.
Everett Gunther's saying, about the Obama thing. One is actual real racism and one's a stupid stunt. Yeah, I mean, I get that. But the thing is, people are mad about all of it. And people are acting like no one said anything about racism during Obama's, term or something.
Can you ask Everett Gunther when his cake is going to get here since he's so chatty tonight?
Here? Yeah. But it's just the point. Like, it is a weird comparison. I get it, but still, like, it happens. People get whatever side it's against, they get mad and say, no one cares about this one. When, like, no, everyone cared. Weren't you around a month ago when everyone was sad and trying to get this person fired or whatever?
Because it's in the past, so you can just say, oh, well, no one was acting like this. And it's like, well, yes, they were. Just maybe not in your specific circle or your little bubble. Maybe someone wasn't. But you can't just pretend like that doesn't mean it didn't ever happen.
And it's not like, fucking Tim Allen was calling Obama the N-word and fucking burning his mannequin or whatever.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood talked to a chair and everyone geeked out. What did he do? Didn't he do a thing like, take this, Obama? But he talked to an empty chair and he's like, he's not even here. And everyone thought he was a piece of shit for it. Like, it's all the stupid stunts get the reaction you're supposed to get. But yeah, the main reason why I even want to get into this is first I'm going to play some of her apology. Like, I guess she just immediately folded and apologized. But either today or yesterday she had this press conference, and she is loving this. She thinks this is great, and I guess I don't blame her because she's all over everything. Everyone's talking about her, so it is a great thing for her.
And she has always been a little bit, like, not shock jockey, but, like, kind of that's always been her humor.
I've always thought of her as a female Andy Dick.
Look at her. Look at her right now.
Yeah,
now she has literally become a female Andy Dick. But they've always kind of had that same vibe going on, where like the way they do things and the way they present themselves is kind of the same angle.
But yeah, here's one of the.
I went too far. I made a mistake, and I was wrong.
The apology came just hours after the images went viral. Kathy Griffin holding a bloody likeness of President Donald Trump.
Wait, it's still like a big bloody
head. Yeah.
The bloodiest
worse. Yeah, it's like worse.
I understand how it offends people.
It was not.
I wish they would have
censored
her bloody head.
This morning, Kathy Griffin should be ashamed of herself. My children, especially my 11-year-old son Barron, are having a hard time with this. Sick. The First Lady followed. As a mother, a wife, and a human being, that photo is very disturbing.
Now, do I believe any of this that the Trumps are saying? No, I don't believe any of it.
I don't believe Melania Trump even knows she has a Twitter.
But this is par for the course. This is what everyone, everyone gets excited when, and I mean, the thing I could relate it to for the show is Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
You get excited when you have a thing like this to kind of serve as your out for something, and to be so you get to be the person that's like, I am aghast at what this is. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you would do that.
I strung these assholes along for fucking year and a half, and then offered to just say, fuck you, you don't get it, here's your money back. But oh shit, someone made a rape joke. Never mind. Now I can just be mad at them for that and say that's the reason that's not happening.
Now I can have the upper hand.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder about the mental health of the person who did it.
This is
That's a nice little throw in some shade real quick. Like, she's probably a crazy bitch. Whoever would do that's a crazy bitch.
Yeah, boy.
Just so you know.
The 56-year-old joked during the photo shoot about the possible reaction from law enforcement.
We have to move to Mexico today because we're going to prison, federal prison.
Not a joke for the Secret Service, which looks into any possible threat to the president. People weren't laughing online either, calling it disgusting, repugnant, shocking. Chelsea Clinton tweeted, "This is vile and wrong. It is never funny to joke about killing a president."
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Today, CNN announced that Griffin would not be hosting the network's New Year's Eve live show, a job she has done for a decade.
I literally had no idea she'd ever done that, and I think it's funny that I only know she did it because she got fired for it.
Yeah. And it's just, I mean, it sucks. It sucks that people get fired for this stuff, but this is not new. This is not a new thing.
Well, this is one of those weird things where I normally am not a big fan of the firing thing, but this is one of those things where it's like, hey, you decided to do something that represents you and your beliefs and whatever. I guess you were so mad at him that you held a decapitated head, but like you work for us, and that represents us now, and so I'm actually I'm usually almost never on the side, but I'm actually kind of okay with the company being like, yeah, we're going to fire you for this because we don't want someone who's going to go to that limit working for us.
But the same people. I'm sorry, Kristen.
I was just going to say they're a political organization. Like, they can't kind of have that.
Yeah, I'm almost never on that side, but this is kind of one of those exceptions, I think.
mean, I don't think she should be fired, but I also am like, this is what you did. Because these are the same people that are like, it's freedom of speech, not freedom from consequences. It's like, well, here you go.
I guess
but no, I agree. I know
not like
exactly
calling
what
for
you're
her
saying.
job kind of way. Like, I wouldn't be like, she should be fired. I guess I'm saying I normally think it's dumb when the employer fires them.
Yeah.
And in this case, I don't think it's dumb that they do that. I don't think people should be calling for her job, but if I'm that employer and I fire her, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of on their side this time, and I'm normally never on their side.
And I mean, plus the fucking the roadmap to how to do this to people has been set. I mean, we've seen it the past 5 years with social media, and you taught these people on the right how to do it. I mean, they knew how to do it, but they weren't like hip with the computer side of it until all like these hip Twitter people, all the hip coastal elites showed them how to do it, how to run out your hashtags and get people fired. So don't be. I'm just saying, don't be surprised. That's all.
You created your Batman, and because you're Batman, the Joker exists, and the Joker wouldn't have existed without you being Batman first.
A comedian, but not ready to cancel an appearance with Griffin in July.
She did make a very heartfelt, fulsome apology. I think she was thinking she was making some artistic.
It is amazing with all these things to watch everyone. No matter what side you're on, no one gives a shit, really.
No.
Like, no one cares about the picture. No one cares if she gets fired. And that's people that support her and people that are against her.
Well, I love that her stupid ass was sitting in that room being like, I'm going to take it up a notch, and people are going to fucking love it. People are going to love this so much, because you just see it happen, and then you go like, oops, did it too much. I'm an idiot.
I think the only people that truly support her seem to be like comedians who also don't think you should have to apologize for shit.
Yeah, well, except for when they, except for a lot of comedians I see think people should apologize. A lot of comedians I see are pussies about this stuff. Like Sarah Silverman, I think, is a pussy about this, but probably has Kathy Griffin's back. When I'm sure, I mean, I don't know examples offhand, but
she's always about.
I'm sure I could go onto her Twitter and she's calling on other people to apologize for shit just because she doesn't happen to like a particular one.
Wasn't she the one trying to get signatures or something for some stupid ass thing you and me were making fun of her for?
Oh yeah,
Silverman?
something like that.
Fucking what was it?
And she had like a battle cry tweet. Like she's fucking so cringy.
She's the worst.
There's no place in our political dialogue.
At a time of deep political divisions, a rare agreement over what defines bad taste. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News, New York.
But anyways, yeah. So here's her press conference. I'm gonna skip around it.
Looks like that man's grooming the other man in the back.
He's just holding that guy's head.
But
he didn't learn. He didn't know what meeting he was at. He's like, ah, crap. This is the exact opposite press conference I should bring a head to.
But like, in this press conference, she gets to have points where she can play the victim, but like, watch how much fun she gets to have as well.
Thank you, Lisa. Hi, everybody. I'm Kathy Griffin. I am really nervous right now. I've never done a press conference. I don't really know how they work. Feel free to jump in. And when I get nervous, I like make jokes, so I'm probably gonna like stumble and stuff.
She's gonna make some comments, and then we'll do questions. Okay?
I sort of had a speech prepared,
So
but
let her
like
talk.
my notes are by the wayside. It's all off the cuff. Look, I'm not afraid of Donald Trump. He's a bully. I've dealt with older white guys trying to keep me down my whole life, my whole career. I'm a woman in a very male-dominated field. I love what I do. I love making people laugh more than anything in the world. And I have learned over the years that sometimes when you do stand-up, and I've done it in a war zone, and I've done it at Walter Reed Hospital, and I've done it at Carnegie Hall, sometimes people want, a joke that's out there and a little crazy. So regarding the image that I participated in, that apology absolutely stands. I feel horrible. I have performed in war zones. The idea that
that's just her way of saying the USO, but she's like being over dramatic.
Tragedy to have been touched by this tragedy is horrifying, and it's horrible. Trust me, if I could redo the whole thing, I would have had a blow-up doll and no ketchup. I make mistakes. I'm an out-there comedian. I'm an in-your-face comedian. But I just wanted to say,
tough
you know,
room.
if you don't stand up, you get run
Right?
over. And what's happening to me has never happened ever in the history of this great country, which is that a sitting president of the United States and his grown children and the First Lady are personally, I feel, trying to ruin my life forever. Forever.
Oh,
You
shut
guys
the
know
fuck
this.
up.
Being like fucking really melodramatic.
Fuck off.
like-
You're going to start your press conference with that? Are you fucking kidding me? Maybe you could end it with that and hope someone latches onto that, but come on.
Well, Mike, she's
Eat a dick.
She's standing up to bullies, man.
You took a stupid-ass picture that you knew was stupid ahead of time. Everyone freaked out about it, and now you're mad that the man whose head you held, his family is a little annoyed at you? Like, fuck you.
But they're going. She's not gonna let bullies do this, man.
Oh, this fucking idiot.
She is a woman that's dealt with men her whole life, white men specifically.
Good.
And-
Deal with me, Kathy. I'm an old white man.
Yeah. Despite her boggling relevance and and much success, she really had to face a lot of hardships that you don't even understand, bro.
Well, yeah, she's the first person in history.
Yeah, this has never happened to anyone.
Stop.
I think that
know
was a
him.
dig.
Let me talk to like a camera.
Dig it, who?
Trump.
For being on Twitter all the time or something?
No, he gave a commencement speech like a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something, where he went on stage and his opening line was like, or like one of his lines was like, "Never in the history of the United States has anyone been as persecuted as me."
All right.
Oh,
Well,
you
I mean, if
think?
it's a dig, then good.
I think
but-
you're giving her a little bit too much credit.
I don't know. I thought it was a dig right off the bat.
Or like I'm talking to him. And I might make a couple jokes because I'm super nervous. Everyone's pointing to their camera. I'll just.
I honestly don't think she's nervous at all. I think she loves this. I think this is amazing for her. This is great for her career, and she thinks this is awesome.
I think it's embarrassing that she thinks we're going to believe that she's nervous when she's been in
Or
front of a
that she's a
camera for
victim.
fucking 30 goddamn years. Her last job was in front of a camera hosting a New Year's show. Like you're not nervous. Shut up.
Well, I think it's just crazy that she wants us to think that she's a victim somehow.
Yeah, that's insane to think.
This one. All right.
It's
I'll
one thing.
sort of
Hey,
look
you
in
know
this
what?
direction.
Maybe you're a victim
All
of
right, so-
attention, and you made a dumb mistake, and you made a dumb mistake in the spotlight. Cool. You're a victim of that. I totally get that. But fuck off with that. That's just you're going so like over dramatic and further than you need to be like, wow, it's just like I'm the first person in history, like the whole president's family are like personally invested in ruining my life.
Yeah, and well, it's just about these days. It's all about whatever sympathy you can gain. You got to get that. Get people on your side.
So I know him. All right. So the Donald, it's me, the Kathy. And if you guys don't know this, if you meet him, he
Hey,
wants
no
you to
one
call
left?
him the Donald, which I've always thought was the weird. And I remember saying to him the first time, "Okay,
Dude,
I'm
this
the
is
Kathy."
she has this. This is a
Yeah.
bit.
No,
I know she's saying off
just,
the cuff.
She's just fucking testing her fucking tight five and making sure it plays or not.
She practiced all of this in the mirror.
Yeah.
This is all rehearsed. I mean, which is, I guess it's fine. That's what you do press conference. You're supposed to.
And that went right over his nest. Okay, that was a joke about his hair, but I have seen eggs in it. Like I think I've seen, allegedly. Allegedly, I am teasing the president.
This is fucking
because
obnoxious.
This is
This is
America.
so obnoxious.
And you shouldn't have to die for it. The death threats that I'm getting are constant, and they are detailed, and they're serious.
I love the
and they're-
irony of the death threat she's receiving because she held up a man's severed head, and that she's like, guys, you got to understand these death threats.
Well, but I mean, this is all a checklist these days. Everything. I mean, I know it sucks that since everyone has a voice, that people do use it to like send death threats. But it's also such a go-to with anything that happens. Everyone has the blanket, like, I've been getting death threats. Sarah Michelle Gellar did get death threats for saying she's Team Angel. But still, I mean, I know that sucks, but at the same time, it's like, come on. I'm not going to feel bad for you.
Well, it's one of those. I think I brought this up on the show where, don't get me wrong, I understand that the harassment sucks. If you do a thing, I think I mentioned I tweeted. What did I do? I tweeted a joke, and someone said I stole it, and then for like 2 days, people were just shitting on me saying I stole it. And it sucked. It's not fun. But like, if someone would have said like I'm gonna fucking kill you, I wouldn't have been like. That's the exact same as someone saying fuck you. Like, I understand if someone wants to say like it's a little more severe, like maybe it's a little more severe, but come on. It's a bunch of strangers saying fuck you. If they say I'm going to kill you or whether they say fuck you, it's kind of the same thing. And to call them death threats and act like they're actual death threats kind of trivializes real death threats that should be taken seriously. Now, don't get me wrong. If someone's like, I'm going to kill your kid and here's your address and here's a picture, like, that's scary.
Which,
but,
I mean, it does happen. But to be fair, it does happen.
But people lump that into the same thing as, fuck you, kill yourself. And so that's them still making that dumb, like, they can't, like, draw the line.
Well, and I mean, the only thing is, like, whether they be real or not, which, I mean, I know they are pretty much are real, it's become such a thing that everyone says that it has no impact anymore because everyone's like...
Yeah, it means nothing.
Oh, man, I'm getting death threats over here because I picked Wendy's over BK.
People have cried wolf so much with that shit that if someone says death threats, I immediately roll my eyes.
Specific. And today it's me, and tomorrow it could be you. So, yeah, I'm an obnoxious comedian. I'm not the most famous person in the world. I'm just standing here with Lisa. I have an amazing First Amendment attorney, Alan Isaacman, if you're not familiar with his work.
He just at the Chuckle Hut
at People versus Larry Flint. I believe so passionately about this. If I don't stand up and say this, I'm afraid there's going to be some 12-year-old nerdy girl like me in Forest Park, Illinois, who's going to maybe be watching me to see what I do. And this bully and this president of all people is going to come after me? He picked the wrong redhead. And he's
not
sort of
coming after you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He's
wondering.
responding to you coming after
like a red
him.
and then like a yellow. And
What
I don't know.
don't-
I think Melania does a lot of nice and easy. I don't know, but maybe she doesn't. The point, I digress. So that's what I do, you guys. I improvise. I try jokes. My mouth is really dry because I'm so nervous.
I also
But
smoked a bunch
I
of
don't
weed.
want this to happen to anyone else.
I'm also high as fuck.
I tour for a living. I love doing it. I perform everywhere people want me to laugh. And honestly, one night it's a performing arts center, and the next night it's 2 shows in the Potawatomi, Wisconsin casino. And there's been a change, a real shift change. And, you know, starting maybe about 18 months ago, where Fox News ain't got nothing on me. Although I think you should know, my mother, who thinks Fox News is real, is not speaking to me because she's in love with Tucker Carlson. So I'm even in trouble with my mother. So don't worry, everyone hates.
So cringy, dude. It's so cringy.
This is
and
embarrassing.
awkward.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
so
like-
embarrassing. She's up there and fucking embarrassing
Her
herself.
lawyer does call it censorship at one point too, and I'm like, well, isn't this the thing we always say? And
People
then
throw
everyone's
that word around.
But then everyone's like, it's freedom of speech. It's not freedom of consequences. And you know, if they're messing with their business, I thought that's what we always say. Hey, if the people aren't going to buy tickets to your show, then that's your fault.
Yeah, vote with your dollar.
But then she does start crying at one point.
Oh God.
I've had everybody turn on me, and I just want to make people laugh. That's all I want to do. So I screwed up. But I want the gay guy who came to see me in Lake Charles, Louisiana a few weeks ago, who said, I wanted to come here because I'm scared to come out, but I get to come here and laugh for 2 hours. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm here. It's honestly, it's not for me. It's for them. I think a few people might actually be watching me, and I want them to see this old dame. I'm not laying down for this guy. I'm going to make fun of him. I'm going to make jokes about him and the housewives and Kardashians. But, you know, he does provide a lot of
Oh, is this their
material.
lawyer laughing
You
at
gotta
all
be
the
honest.
jokes?
He really, it's a good
I
time
think
to be a comedian. It's
is
scary to
anyone
be a
saying
citizen,
she shouldn't
but
be
it's a good
making
time to
jokes
be-
anymore?
No.
If you're gonna apologize for the dumb thing you did, then you're acknowledging it's a dumb thing. Either stand behind it and say I'm gonna make jokes, or don't apologize for it and then don't say anything about that because she's basically arguing with herself right now.
Well, it's just don't pitch me this big thing about the freckled-faced girl that you're her hero and the gay guy who can't do anything except love Kathy Griffin.
Gay people do love Kathy Griffin.
Well, no, I'm sure they do, but like, I don't know. This comes off so phony to me. It just comes off so like, don't you understand? I'm a hero.
Yeah.
And I get that. I'm sure it's true. I'm sure there's a lot of truth to it, but you're not there for them.
Well,
She's not.
She's acting like she got arrested at the 1,000 Women March or whatever it's called.
Yeah, she got
for,
thrown
like,
in jail for fucking calling Donald Trump an orange
yeah,
or something.
she's acting like this is the press conference for her doing like something quote unquote important, a march, a sit-in, some rally, something like that. When she took a weird picture, apologized for it, but now she's acting like she's like, oh, anyway, back to my fight I'm fighting, I guess. Like it's weird what she's lumping everything into.
Well, and plus, if this is for all those people, maybe leave your army of lawyers at home and come out and speak for these people that are voiceless that you need to speak for. This is just clearly like you're losing some gigs, and you don't like it. And hey, I think that sucks. I don't think people should be losing gigs for stuff they say or do. But like I said, I don't think Kathy Griffin was standing up for anyone else if it didn't kind of come in line with her point of view on certain things when they were getting in trouble. Everyone was just kind of like, that's what happens, huh? That's the free market for you, or you represent a company, and all these fucking excuses that they want to say. And I know I'm kind of bitter. Like, I'm on her side, but I'm also more bitter, and I kind of love when these people get in trouble now, because I feel like for years I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't be going after comedy like this. And then, here we go.
Yeah, I'm not on her side at all.
This whole thing, it kind of just feels like an overcorrection. Like, I feel like if she would have just apologized and then laid low for a little bit and then done like a comeback to her. Like,
I totally agree with that. Or don't apologize and then do what you're doing now. Or don't apologize at all, and then it's totally okay to talk like this because in your eyes, fuck you, I didn't do anything wrong.
What was really happening, and then it was a mob mentality pile-on. And so many people have expressed to me personally across the country at my shows, they're scared. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get arrested today. I don't know.
Oh, God.
But I have to stand up. Excuse me?
What do you think about CNN firing you?
It's hurtful to me.
It's hurtful.
Yeah.
It's censorship is what it is.
No,
I'll
it's
say
not.
it more bluntly. She worked there for 10 years.
Look,
she was the best thing about New Year's Eve.
There's a bunch
not
of old white
censorship.
guys.
No
I
one
was a fan. I watched it all the time. Me and my daughter.
Fucking learn.
What happened with? Remember when Kelly Osbourne had gotten her shit?
Yeah.
What did Kathy Griffin do? I mean, even though that's all kind of still in line with the same point of view, but like I forget. Didn't she work on that show as well?
That show goes through so many hosts.
Yeah.
She's probably guest
enough.
hosted, but I don't know that she was ever a permanent host.
But I don't know. Whatever. You get it. It's just she's loving it. She's also loving being a victim.
That's wrong.
You know the song "She Is Beautiful" by Andrew WK is written about Kelly Osbourne,
As
Jim?
Larry King said, Ted Turner would never have done it. Can we go around? Okay.
Do I know a song by Andrew WK that's not Party Hard? No. No, I don't, Mike.
Listen to that whole CD. It's great. Get Wet's fantastic. Best song he's ever made.
Here we go. Get those tears a-going.
So, Secret Service questions. This is Dimitri Gorn.
Sure. So,
go ahead. Let me
I'm Dimitri Gorn. I'm the criminal defense attorney. Sure. We're representing Kathy in the criminal.
Damn, it's got to stink when you get like a lot of work done and then you can't really like get the tears going or whatever because your face is all fucked up. But I don't know. Whatever. You get the point. I mean, I don't think like obviously she shouldn't be arrested or shouldn't even lose gigs, but hey. That's what happens. You reap what you sow. Get fucked.
Of course she's not going to get arrested.
Fall in a pit of acid.
Yeah, fuck her. Fuck Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
She sucks.
Fall into a pit of acid and become a supervillain.
Hell yeah. Now we're talking.
Hell yeah. Good thinking, Thorson.
Yeah.
What kind of acid? Like, is it going to have bugs in it so she gets bug powers, or is she near like a fucking rubber factory? It's like rubber waste and she becomes rubbery?
No, it's going to have a bunch of electric eels in it. She's going to become Electro on her birthday.
It was my birthday.
The Decapitator. That'll be her villain name.
Good.
I'm at kind of a crisis these days because like I know why, and I agree with that. Like we shouldn't be saying the word faggot. You know what I mean? Like that word is of the bygone era, but in a weird way because it's like taboo. It's like way funnier now.
Right.
It's like way funnier. Usually, I mean, obviously not in like if someone's yelling faggot at a gay person or something like that.
Like Jeff.
yeah, like that's not
I
funny.
guess in his Jeff's defense, he never yells at gay people, but he yells it a lot.
I've heard you yell at more than Jeff, I feel like.
At Jeff even.
Yeah, at Jeff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay.
But, I don't know.
By the way, I have not yelled at more than Jeff. Don't even act like that.
Well, like that.
The idea that you think I yell at more than Jeff is insane. You obviously are not around Jeff very often.
Okay.
Like that picture I sent you guys the other night. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw it online because I guess they call like meatballs or something in the UK. They call them faggots or something.
I don't
like
think
that.
you sent me any picture.
Well, I sent it to Jake, Jeff, and Mike. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Sorry. But
Right,
I never
bye.
knew this. I mean, I thought I knew all the stuff, but I guess they call it's a traditional dish in the UK, South and Mid Wales, and the Midlands of England. It's meat, offcuts, and offal. especially pork. Because that food, like, it's just a... let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I'd never heard... obviously, everyone's heard of the bundle of sticks and the cigarette thing.
It's just a thing for food, and it's called 4 faggots, and it just looks like meatballs. Well, let me
I feel
pull
like
it for
it
the
probably
chat.
would have been a lot more funny if I got to experience it with a bunch of friends. But thanks for showing it to me.
Yeah, Jim, make sure you send every single text message you send to anyone to Thorsten as well.
Let me pull it up for the chat here.
There's no 5 faggots, so we can't... Thorsten, we need to add another person to the show so we can use the 6 faggots.
But, like, I felt bad, but also, like, it really made me laugh that,
how has that never become a thing before?
I don't know, yeah.
Because every other usage of faggot has been, like, thrown around since I was, like, in grade school.
Well, yeah, I know about the cigarette and like, the bundle of sticks or whatever.
How has this never been a thing that I've ever heard of before?
It must not be that widely used, right? It must be kind of obscure, like only bumpkins to talk about. Yeah, because it's like a faggot's gravy and mashed potatoes. A faggot's traditionally made from a pig's heart, liver, and fatty belly meat.
Mr. Brains.
I think you just answered your own question of why it's not so popular. You're reading those ingredients.
Sometimes breadcrumbs. So, yeah, it's kind of like a meatball made of, like, trash meat, basically.
It's like a hot dog meatball.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think it's really funny now.
You know what I think is really funny? Have you ever watched the Hillary Duff Don't Say Gay commercial?
I'm sure we covered it on the show, I bet. We used to cover all those commercials.
It's so good.
Let me see. Let me find it real quick.
Out of context now that like people don't really say that anymore about stuff.
Wasn't it like, don't say gay, I don't say like things that are lame or like
yeah, she's like,
my
I don't
friend with a stupid shirt or whatever.
Yeah,
like they get like really mean. Because I remember the Wanda Sykes one.
Jake hated the Wanda Sykes one.
Here's the Hillary Duff one.
I've never seen the Hillary Duff one.
I just love one of the comments on this video. I think is just like, and with this, homophobia ended.
Do you like this top?
Yeah, we covered
So
this
gay.
one. Oh, is this?
Really?
Yeah, we covered this one.
Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top?
Oh, you are.
Roasted.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say?
It is funny that they're like, what if we made a commercial where we shit on people to tell them not to shit on people? It is a bizarre way. Like, yeah, nice top, loser. Your top's gay, you dumb bitch.
But then she compliment sandwiches it by
yeah,
being
she
like,
does
but
hit her
also
with
nice
the
jeans.
nice jeans.
Well, I do think you're right, though, because I think I can't really think outside of my outburst when I was mad at Jeff.
Mhm.
Any of us really say it outside of like a character or
Yeah.
like part of a bit or something.
Which is fine. Like, yeah, I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. Is like that's part of the gag.
I know Jeff. Well, not Jeff. I know Jake does talk about like, yeah, being annoyed by these ads and now like kind of not really, you know, hey, yeah, don't say gay. That's fine. And I do agree with that to a sentiment to a point, but also like you can't deny that sometimes if it's placed really well, it's pretty funny. I mean, Lucy Case is Lucy Case is nigger as well, but he says faggot a lot sometimes, and it sometimes it'll work. I'm just saying you can't deny that it'll work sometimes.
No, 100%. That's why. That was my point. That's why it comes up. Like with us, it's when you're doing a bit or a character or something like that, because it like that's the time to bring it up because it'll hit.
And in a weird way, it's because it's like this, like your parents are like, "Don't touch that" or whatever, and you're like, "I'm not gonna touch it. Fuck you," and like you feel like you're being like naughty or something because you're saying the word you're not supposed to say. I mean, I get the greater good and I agree with it, and it's bizarre if you're out and you hear somebody like in public just say the word faggot. You're like, ooh, what are you doing?
I never hear it. The only time I hear it is when I'm hanging out with Jeff or when we're on the show.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't, but that's what I mean. Like, if you ever do, if something ever comes up and you hear it, it sounds weird.
Yeah.
Well, because, I mean, no. Remember when, I mean, this goes against your argument a bit, Mike. When we, and I don't think you said faggot, though, but when we ran into that dude at the convention, weren't you, like, saying something was gay? Because remember, I was like, dude, we don't know this guy. Like, he might not fucking get what our humor is.
I don't remember this.
Remember there was that dude that was like, hey, my friend said you guys are from a show that he likes. And it was like a stranger, and he recognized us from Jim and them. And then, like, you started making, and we were like, oh, hey, tell your friend he's a piece of shit or whatever. And you're like, yeah, tell him he's gay and all that.
Yeah,
and then I was like, whoa, dude, this guy doesn't know us.
Oh, I
like,
thought that was part of the bit. Were you not in on that bit?
Well, no. I mean, I was in on, like, shitting on his friend, but I also, since if the dude doesn't know the show and doesn't know us.
Oh, the dude, like, he might not understand. Oh, yeah, no. I'm not disagreeing with that, but, like, we were doing a bit.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, like, even I was thinking, like, whoa, who knows if this guy's going to think we're dumb because we're saying something's gay because he doesn't get, like,
sure, yeah. No, I mean, but that's just, like, life.
But I'm all in.
I lived that life as people not being like, that's not funny to me. It's like, oh, well, my bad. I think it's funny as hell.
But then I'm just wondering, will it ever go away completely?
Gay went away completely. I genuinely cannot remember the last time I heard anyone say something was gay as like bad. I really cannot.
I think I still hear it here and there. I can't think of any instances, but I think I still hear it here and there.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while since I can think of it regularly, but it's been a really long time since I've heard it at all.
Just play online games.
Yeah.
I guess I hear fag and nigger all the time now. Because they've lost all meaning to these kids, and now I just hear that. I don't hear anything gay anymore.
Although one of the best things to come along for the people that want like fag to go away is cuck. I mean, we've already covered this on the show, but cuck is because someone was saying as a replacement for pussy. Nah, it's a replacement for fag for sure. Just call someone a cuck.
I just think cuck's a funny word.
Yeah, cuck.
But I also still use cuck the way we used to when we were calling people cuck because like. A guy's fucking your girlfriend.
Yes.
But now it's like they got this political connotation to it, so it's like less fun to use because he doesn't. It has kind of the same meaning, but like not really.
Yeah. And well, because now it's that thing. It's not that thing that you use ironically and then it becomes a thing you actually use. Like it's still something used ironically, but now you like don't want to use it because you don't want people to think that you actually are one of those like. Pepe alt-right guys or whatever.
Right.
So you want to make sure when you're using cuck around someone doesn't know you that they understand you're using it as a goof.
That's why I don't like saying it anymore. Yeah. Like I said, it's got this weird it's got baggage now.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't want to deal with that baggage.
Yeah. Because then someone's like, "Hey man, I heard you use cuck."
Because I still don't fully get the political version of it. So I'm like, I probably won't even use it right.
It's just a way to say. It's still just a way to say.
But everyone's a cuck. Everyone just calls everyone a fucking cuck now.
Yeah, as they should. But I don't know. It was weird because I was really laughing at that faggot picture, but then I was also like, why am I still laughing at the word faggot? Why is it still funny to me?
Well, I guess, but any word that shouldn't be in a situation and then is would be funny.
Yeah,
like
very
it could have been like homos brand hot dogs, and it's like it's just the weird like it's a word where it shouldn't be. Like that's funny.
Kristen.
The word booby makes me laugh when people say boobies.
Yeah, but that's not. Nice. You're not edgy.
Yeah,
you're not being edgy at all.
You all about that flipping over a calculator?
Yeah, you know how it is.
Okay.
Nah. No, I mean I don't want to get inside baseball, but.
But what?
But no, I don't want to. I mean.
No, I mean I understand if you don't want to say these words, but I don't get the inside baseball part of it.
I'm kind of annoyed about something, and I just chilling while you guys have the conversation.
What'd you get annoyed about?
When I was clearly making it to me, I was clearly making a joke and was not really like sad that you didn't send me that text message. And I feel like every time, then Mike fucking like steps on it like, yeah, make sure you send every text to Kristen. Like clearly I'm fucking joking, Mike. I'm not sad about it. Like,
I mean, I'm clearly joking too.
It doesn't come off that way to me. But
okay.
Yeah. I don't want to have a honey mustard moment. Like
I was definitely.
Well, I was just trying.
Well,
not to
I mean, I've been doing the show for 10 years. And it only happened once, so it's not like it's gonna happen again.
Fuck. Are you pulling rank, bro?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I've been doing it for that long, and it's never happened. Happened one time.
Shit.
One time in doing the show forever, I had a honey mustard moment. So I don't think a second honey mustard moment's gonna happen.
That's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying like I don't want to have a serious fight.
I'm letting you know that I was joking, and I apologize if I hurt your feelings.
It feels like Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know about all the other stuff, but it feels like you just pulled rank, and you were like, I've been doing this way longer than you.
Nope.
So
literally not at
up.
all what I meant. I said how long I'd been doing it and how many honey mustard moments happened in that time.
I'm not.
One.
Although, to be fair, you haven't been doing it for 10 years.
Oh,
if I could call out
Yeah,
all y'all, if I could be the one to start
Yeah.
pointing and laughing and calling people
Yeah, I
out.
know.
and then-
I'm only 7, I think.
Yeah.
Because Jeff's 8 and you and Jake are.
Well, it was before 100. Yeah, that sounds
Because
about
Jeff
right.
was literally the 100th show, right?
Let's
Well,
pull up my
no.
first appearance because I'm not
Or
that
no,
far
I'm-
Well,
behind.
no, because 100 is 2
I'm sorry, the
years.
first year. Jeff was like on
Jeff
you
was,
guys' New Year's
Jeff was
show
a
or
year
something.
on the dot. He came on our first year anniversary.
And Jeff had only been doing it a year when I came, so that would be 2. Oh, maybe I'm 8 then.
Yeah, you're up there. You're up there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not. Well, I'm pulling rank on you because you're pulling rank.
You guys
Wasn't-
talking
We're all
about
pulling
penis
rank.
sizes?
Wasn't
All
pulling
slapping
rank
our
at all.
dicks.
Not
Yeah, I know.
not
I'm
even a
just-
little bit.
I'm just teasing. But maybe you guys should just shake hands.
So, you know,
good.
no, that makes it seem like there was a thing going on. I already apologized.
Well, I mean,
Did
now
you?
it's a thing because like you're not shaking hands.
What do you mean I did?
No, did you? I genuinely don't remember if you apologized. I don't remember the words "I'm sorry" coming out of your mouth.
I said I was making a joke and I apologize if I hurt your feelings. My exact words, and then you
Play
responded
it back,
to them.
Jim.
You responded to me.
Can I pull it right?
No, I'm just kidding.
I wish I could.
I don't
Can't-
remember.
Can't play it back.
The chat will say whether or not it happened,
Oh, shit,
but I
maybe
believe you.
can.
Can you? While we're doing the show?
I don't want to
It
mess
could
up
have been
the
like
recording.
Homos brand hot dogs. And it's like, it's just so weird. Like, it's a word where it shouldn't be. Like, that's funny.
Where it
It's
was.
way after this.
Kristen?
Because we talked about this for a while and she was quiet
The
for a
word
minute.
Booby makes me laugh.
Oh, it's coming up
It was like
though.
boobies.
Yeah, but that's not. You're not
Nice.
edgy.
Yeah.
You're not
no.
being edgy at all.
You
You're
all
not an
about that
edgelord.
flipping over a calculator?
Yeah, you know how it is.
Okay.
Nah.
Now,
I mean, I don't
Kristen,
wanna
do you
get
hear
inside
how
base-
like obviously annoyed you are at
I know
something?
I was, but that's why I was just trying not to
But-
say anything. And I don't. When I get like actually annoyed about stuff, I'm really not good at like hiding it in my facial expression or
Well,
my,
I mean,
my
I'm
tone
just-
of voice.
I'm
so I
just-
just try not to like say anything for a little bit.
I'm just an egomaniac because I'm like, oh man, Kristen's mad that I'm saying faggot a bunch of times.
Oh,
like
no.
she's a real. Like,
I mean, I was not a huge fan of that, but I know what you're doing. You're not like calling.
I assume
people.
you just had a different
But
opinion
I-
than ours and you didn't want to be the odd man
Ooh,
out.
No, I don't want to. I'm in. just
well,
move-
no, I mean, I understand if
Are
you
we
don't
really
wanna say
playing
these
it
words,
back?
don't
I
get
know
the
I said it.
baseball
No,
part
I
of it.
just I'm
Might
kind
as
of
well.
annoyed about something, and I just just chilling while you guys have the conversation.
What'd you get annoyed about?
When I was clearly making it to me, I was clearly making
wow.
a joke. And was
What an
not
engrossing
really,
show
like,
this is.
Sad
Yeah,
that you
people
didn't
are
send me
gonna
that
love it.
text message, and I feel like every time, then Mike fucking like steps on it, like, yeah, make sure you send every text to
Oh,
Kristen. Like,
shit.
clearly I'm fucking joking, Mike. I'm not sad about it.
I
Like,
mean, I'm clearly joking too.
it doesn't come off that way to me. But
Okay.
yeah. I don't want to have a honey mustard
was-
moment. Like
I was
that's-
definitely.
Well, I was just trying
well,
not to
I
say
mean, I've been
anything.
doing the show for 10 years and it only happened once, so it's not like it's going to
Oh,
happen
fuck.
again.
Are you pulling rank, bro?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I've been doing it for that long and it's never
Yeah.
happened. Happened
Oh,
one time.
shit.
One time in doing the show forever, I had a honey mustard moment. So I don't think a second honey mustard moment's going to happen.
That's not even what I'm
Although,
saying.
but-
I'm saying like I don't want to have a serious fight.
I'm letting
air.
you know
It
that I was
feels like-
joking and I apologize if I hurt your
All
feelings.
right, all right. Like,
And then you respond.
Well, I mean, I don't know about all the other stuff. but it feels like you.
I don't think I've responded.
I
Clearly, I
don't
didn't hear you, Mike. A serious fight.
I'm
Now
letting
we're
you
live.
know. No,
This is-
play it back.
Play it back one more time. All right.
This is
And
us
then you
hearing it.
respond.
I mean, I don't know about all that.
I accept that I was wrong, and I apologize for being wrong.
No,
No,
that's
it's all right. There was a lot of wrongdoing from over here and from over here, and then a lot of like good stuff.
You know what
from
this
this
episode
area.
needs?
I don't know. My worry is though. I don't know what I could have done to make that seem like more of a joke. I made the joke and then I even did the shit. We're gonna have to get an extra person so we can be 6 faggots. Like I leaned into that joke pretty hard. I don't know.
We can talk about it another time.
Yeah.
I just don't want you
Well,
feeling
hey,
like I'm going after
Well, what's
you.
important is that we went into it, we figured it out, we got it settled, and now we could shake hands.
Shake so he'll stop.
Yeah, oh, you're gonna give me a
No.
left-handed shake?
Yeah, that is rough.
Yeah.
There we go. They shook hands,
You tried
everybody.
to disrespect me with a left hand.
Is that a disrespectful power move?
I don't know. I think it probably is.
What about people that are left-handed? Are they infinitely disrespectful?
Well, I mean, they have right hands.
Oof. I feel like you're left shaming now.
Yeah.
Or those people with like the flipper things, like they have like a weird big thumb.
A claw?
Yeah, like a weird claw.
Like the penguin?
Well, there's just this dude I helped at Best Buy one time. He had this big claw thing.
The burn victim
But
guy?
he
Like a
shook-
lobster hand?
Yeah, but he like made me shake that hand.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That is a power move. Shake my gross hand.
Although I mean, I guess it was right. It was his right hand.
Did he
so-
have 2 gross hands?
No.
Nah,
my
just let
strong
someone
hand.
shake your not gross
Yeah.
hand, you jerk.
He had this weird. It was because it wasn't even like a hand that was mangled. It was like there was no hand, and it was almost like his arm had a big thumb that sticked out, and it would like close in. Yeah, like a lobster claw.
Yeah, no, if you have a real hand and then your other hand is a weird mangled hand, I apologize that you found yourself in an accident where you lost your hand, but it's fucked up if you're trying to make people shake that hand.
Lobster claw people. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Google it real quick.
Yeah, there's people with the weird lobster claw hands. Usually it's like burn victims and stuff.
Ooh. Yeah, his was just yeah, it was kind of like that, I guess, but it
No,
felt like
I've
it
seen the
was
one you're talking about
deeper.
where it almost
Yeah.
looks like there shouldn't be, like, where if you lost your hand, how
just
is there even
almost
a
like
finger
this. Yeah, son of lobster boy discusses dad's grisly murder. Oh man, let me click
What
on
kind of
that
grisly
so
murder?
fast. Son of lobster boy discusses dad's grisly murder on Freak Show. The son of the 20th century's most famous freak show attraction is coming to terms with his dad's legacy and his infamous 1992 murder.
Someone killed Lobster Man?
Grady Stiles Jr. was the sixth generation of his family to be born with ectrodactyly.
Dude, stop having fucking kids.
Congenital disorder that makes hands and feet resemble claw-like appendages. Maybe this is the guy I met.
Nah, because you said he had a good hand and he forced you to
That's
shake his
true.
gross
He did
hand.
have a good hand. What younger Styles didn't inherit from his dad that makes him happiest, but it's what? I'm not a fan of my dad as a person, he said. My father was racist.
That literally means like my dad had goofy hands and I'm not a fan of him.
Well, no, my dad was racist and abusive. When I cried, he was like, "I'll give you a reason to cry."
Then he pinched me. Me up.
You got to cut him some slack. He's Lobster Man. In 1979, the elder Styles was convicted in the third-degree murder. There's a lot of murder in this family. Third-degree murder of Jack Lane, his eldest daughter's fiance, one day before the wedding.
There's gotta just be someone who hates lobster people.
Yeah.
And they're like a lobster person murderer.
Grady Stiles Jr. got a sympathy verdict of 15 years probation after authorities determined he had cirrhosis of the liver from his Seagrams and emphysema from smoking 60 Pall Mall cigarettes a day.
Wait, like drinking too many Seagrams?
What? Yeah, so they're like, all right, well, you got lobster hands and cirrhosis.
You're a drunk cigarette addict.
We'll give you one murder.
I love the idea because it never even occurred to me that some fun sideshow guy could be a big racist.
Yeah.
The funny lobster boy is like mad at Koreans.
Of all the drinks to ruin your liver with, Seagrams.
Hey,
What
maybe
is
it's like a good
Seagrams?
7
It's
and 7.
Flavory beer. It's like wine coolers of beer kind of.
Okay.
Styles was notoriously verbally and physically abusive to people, often swatting them or choking them with his claw hands.
Yes, this guy's a scumbag.
He would often headbutt people in anger, according to findadeath.com. What?
Whoa. Why is this the first time we've ever heard of this website?
Yeah, this is Huffington Post is citing this Find a Death.
Look at his feet.
Oh, man, he's got feet. He's got hands.
Oh, look at his quote.
I told you never, ever run out of whiskey.
That's him choking his kid. I told you never, ever run out of whiskey. He's choking the son of Lobster Boy.
Look at his moose knuckle he had going.
Yeah, he's got a lobster dick, too.
Yeah. Ugh.
I think alcohol brought out the worst of him, Grady Style III said. November 92, Styles was murdered in his home by Chris Wyatt, a family friend with gang ties. I love how he was a murderer and he was a piece of shit asshole to everyone. He'd always fight them, and then he just got murdered
by a family friend with gang ties.
But it's almost like he was just begging to be murdered like his whole life. That's why he's just treating everyone like shit and murdering other people.
He did murder someone. He murdered someone, then he got murdered, and he was the Lobster Boy.
Styles was so hated in his community, no one was willing to be his pallbearer.
Why did they write this article? Who dug this up?
What if the guy who wrote the article was mixed up and everyone just had lobster hands so no one could get a good grip?
Convicted of second-degree murder. Oh, they killed him, was convicted of second-degree murder, sentenced 27 years. Wyatt had been paid $1,500 by Styles' wife, Mary Teresa Styles, and her son from a previous marriage, Harry Glenn Newman, according to the Los Angeles Times. Gary Styles III said his father's murder wasn't exactly as it was reported in court. What actually happened was my mother and my dad had gotten in another fight as usual, and my mother had made the comment that something needed to be done. My brother had overheard that and went to the neighbor kid and told him something had to be done.
I guarantee she was calling him a limp dick loser.
My brother thought that meant scaring him or beating my dad up or something to make him realize that he was going to lose his family. A little while later, my dad was shot. Newman was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. His mother was sentenced to 12 years in prison for manslaughter. As difficult as life for Grady Stahl III, there's one thing he wished he could say to his father. Thank you for showing me who not to be, and maybe you can appreciate who I became because of that. You were a drunken bastard, but you were my dad.
And then he walked sideways out of the interview.
And he said, I love Zoidberg, and then got the hell out of there. What is this? Oh, so there was a show on AMC, Freak Show. This is a couple years ago.
He's not even a lobster inherited? He didn't inherit lobster hands?
Is he a lobster hand? Just in a wheelchair, though, because he has lobster feet?
Let's see. Ugh. What if you only got lobster feet?
Oh,
then you're like, you can't even be a sideshow? Girls just don't want to date you?
You get the front of the line at Disneyland. It's for that, though.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely my name.
Wait, there's two of them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's my
Oh, yeah, he's
granddad
lobster
and my
hand.
grandmother. And then there's my dad.
This is where he lies.
Just imagine, like,
Can't
in
do
Carrie,
anything to anybody
hand,
while
the
we're
lobster
here.
hand comes out of the grave.
yeah, like the normal like zombie hand, but it's a lobster hand.
Is there anything you would want to say to him?
Oh, this is probably what I already
Thank you
read.
for showing me who not to be. And maybe you can appreciate who I became because of that. So.
Maybe Lobster Man.
Shows a close-up of your lobster hand.
I'd be so mad at my lobster dad for having me when you knew I was going to be a lobster guy, too.
Yeah. It was good to finally see where my father was buried at, and I finally got to tell him thank you for showing me what not to be as a man, and I never really would have been able to say that to him when he was alive, so...
He would have
that
choked
felt
me.
good to be able to say.
He would have thrown a beer bottle off my
He'd
head.
choked me with his cloven hands.
Let me read more on findadeath.com. Have any more?
Get on the
archive.
Get on that mailing list, Jim.
Yeah, Grady was on parole.
Whoa! Scroll up. Hold on. There's a great quote. Everyone I have sex with wants to have sex with my claws. He bragged.
Put your claw inside me.
Have you ever been clawed, Thorson?
Yeah.
Now we got Virginity Watch and Claw Watch.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna happen at the same time. Don't worry.
Okay,
Don't
dope.
you worry.
Thank
Why do
God.
you think it's been taking so long?
You've been trying to find the right guy, and
Yeah.
that guy is like a dude with claws.
Yeah, I just needed to find a lobster man.
What if that was your weird kink? You needed a lobster man, like really bad?
Oh, it sucks because Grady the Third, his grandfather only had Grady Jr. so they could be in the carnival or whatever.
Dude, he did it on purpose. What a
Yeah.
jerk.
He said he had a 50-50 chance of getting it, so he put Grady. Then he had Grady Jr., and then at the age of 7, he put him in the carnival, so they could be the lobster family.
That's like the opposite of My Sister's Keeper. It's like you have, where you have like, you just have one kid on purpose that's like all fucked up. That's it.
Blood and brain tissue landed on the counter and dripped down a carton of Grady's beloved Pall Malls. Great product placement, says Find a Death.
Good Lord.
Death certificate and all that good stuff. Lobster Boy's gal guilty in sideshow slay. I love
Ooh, the Associated Press is killing it.
View his grave. Yeah, man. It's I guess it's like a blessing and a curse because we don't have freak shows anymore. But like if you're a freak, that's where you got all your money from. So I guess now you get to be on like a History Channel show or whatever, huh?
Yeah. It feels like more of a curse, though.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, you get to be on a show called Freak Show on History Channel.
Actually, I did have some. I had some other weird like freak show people. What were there? Hold on, let me find it real quick.
No, don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, here's this guy's got his body covered in tumors. This is
I
always,
don't like this.
This is always a good one. It's always like the tumor people. It really is like anytime.
How do you get that ring on?
Yeah.
Well, it was on, and he can never get it off.
Anytime you're like feeling sorry for yourself, it's like, man, you don't even know how bad it could be.
Yeah, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, I do not look great today. But it's like, at least I'm not man covered entirely with tumors. He's like a fucking monster from The Last of Us.
Yeah, he's a monster, man.
Clicker.
Yeah, he's a fucking clicker. The cordyceps got him.
Born different.
I do not like that.
13 Reasons Why. Tumor
Shadow
Man.
Hussein has an-
How can
Hello,
he see?
Tumor 2. Welcome to your tape. You grew from my eye.
incredibly rare medical condition, causing tumours to grow all over his body.
That one hanging off his head grosses me out. I guess they all sort of gross me out.
Yeah, the kids, when they see me, they're afraid. I mean, it is like...
if this is me, I'm 100% killing myself.
God,
There's no way. I'm dead.
Oh, no, yeah, you definitely kill yourself.
Yeah, that's just like...
Yeah, 100%.
It really is like, I mean, if you look at it in a real way, it's such a sad, depressing thing.
I know.
It's so weird, the things that happen to people, and it's like out of your control.
Well, and like the whole, like, if you don't believe in heaven and hell and all that shit or reincarnation or whatever, like, you really do have one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude just is like, sorry, dude, you're one shot. Your one shot is dude covered in tumors.
Yep.
Yeah, but then he gets a Grey's Anatomy episode based off of him.
That's true.
That's true, and he can't
Like
watch
Tree
it
Man,
because he's in
yeah.
constant pain.
Wherever I go, there's a lot of smell. What's the smell of? So there are often lots of flies around me. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I can't even watch this. I can't even watch this.
It's so depressing.
Wherever I go, there's a smell and flies. And tumors. Can't forget those. Also
Good
a lot
Lord.
of those.
It looks like Dodoria. Did you ever watch DBZ, Thorson?
No.
Okay, it looks like Dodoria.
that
I'm
the-
sure Kung Par gets
Is
it.
that the fat one?
That joke's for you, Kung Par. Yeah, it is a fat one.
Then
Okay.
there's
I only know that because that guy does kind of look like the fat one. so
Yeah.
that's-
there's also I'm 20, but I look 60.
yes, Benjamin Button.
Wait, is this a TV show? Literally with that episode name? Like everybody is 20 that looks 60?
Just this person.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's from this same series of Born Different.
I don't know. I don't know if this skull that we're looking at right now is going to look 60 years old.
Zara Hartshorn is only 16 years old. She has
Oh,
a
she's
rare
16.
genetic
She's
disorder.
not even 20.
16?
Isn't that a bum out?
I
She
mean,
looks
she
like
can
that
buy
lady.
alcohol for sure.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
Jesus.
She looks like that lady that said never be alone.
A medical condition that makes her old before her time.
I don't like meeting new people.
She's
People's
16?
reactions have shredded Zara's self-confidence.
She has like young hearts, like in her eyes. You can
Yeah.
kind of see that she's young.
Yeah, you're right.
It almost looks like she's wearing like fake prosthetics or something.
Yeah.
Because the eyes are totally young eyes.
Yeah.
Was kicked
Like the eyelashes
and
too, even.
punched
Yeah.
in school. I started getting called granny, monkey. People can be so cruel.
Teenage Zara dreams of a quick cosmetic fix.
She has beautiful, smooth skin. There's just too much of it.
Her mum...
What is that guy doing?
Thanks, Doc.
For podcasters, he like grabbed her cheeks and just started stretching them back. There's just too much skin.
Tracy has the same illness and wants Zara to face the damage it can cause.
What if we've got cancer so what if we've got diabetes? So what if we're going blind, Zara? The point being is at the end of the day, right? What do you mean going blind?
They don't know whether the disease will disable Zara or even shorten her life. Tracy wants answers, but Zara is scared of what she might be told.
Wait, so that other lady has it as well?
Yeah, that's her mom. I think.
Oh.
No, that's her little sister. I'm sorry. I felt like a monster as I said that.
What do I do if I don't want to wear it then? I don't know, Zara, because at the end of the day, you've got to know.
A trip to America offers unique medical care. And almost 4 years after this journey, we catch up with Zara to see if it changed her life.
Oh, they're not going to show us, are they? They're going to make us watch the fucking show. Yeah, it's back in February. I wonder what she looks like.
I mean, I bet the answer is no, it didn't help. I don't think that's a big fucking cliffhanger.
Now she looks 115.
I bet she just looks like like a worse version of Mark Hamill kind of thing, where like, remember, right?
Yeah.
Like he clearly doesn't look like himself anymore, and you can tell he had surgery. So I bet that's what it is. I bet that she just looks like, maybe not like older than she should be, but she looks like she was in a car accident or
Or like
something.
Carrie Fisher in Rogue One.
Yeah. Now she just kind of looks like she was probably in a car accident.
I think these are after a surgery.
Yeah.
So now she just kind of looks like she's like in her 30s, I guess. I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah, cut it in half.
Yeah.
I'm sure then, I guess, I don't know if it kills her, but the older she gets, the less it will matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're like 60 and you look like 400 years old. Can you imagine that? That'd be
Oh,
horrifying.
Jesus. Yeah, because I guess she's 20 now.
Oh, cool. She got to meet Tilda Swinton.
Craig Sama in the chat. Put your face in the fire.
Oh, you said that so dry, Thorson. That was so funny.
And I think there was another one. I think there was a girl with a heart on the outside of her body.
No.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
No.
I don't want to see that, Jim. Jim, I don't want to see this.
Wait, what? You want to see
No,
it?
Jim,
Yeah.
I do not want to see this.
7-year-old Versavia
Stop
loves to cause
exercising
shapes
so
on
much.
dance
Your heart's not
floor.
inside your body.
Yeah, I know. Jesus, stop jumping around. What if your heart falls off?
Sit down. Sit down. Live in a bubble.
But Versavia was born extraordinary.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that bizarre? Although I guess of
It's
the,
not really outside her body.
it's just kind of sticking out.
Yeah, it's like a chest burster in
Oh,
Alien.
that makes me feel weird, though. That makes my body feel weird.
You don't feel like you might be laying down just like poking your heart sometimes?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Jesus.
Put your chips on there when you're laying down watching TV.
Oh, my heart's cold. Oop, I got my beer on there.
You put a slinky on it and let it launch itself.
I guess of the three that are the ones we've been seeing, that's the one you go for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the heart.
Yeah, because she's doing hip-hop dance class, so I don't think Tumor Guy could.
Oh, it's beating. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't know that was part of it.
Oh, no.
Holy shit. I didn't know that was part of it.
Oh, the beating. I can't.
Oh, that's bizarre, man. That is creepy. Yeah, let me take it back a little.
I'm not looking at that anymore.
It's like a beating ball sack.
This is my heart.
Oh, my God. That's so
I'm
weird.
the only one that has this.
Versavia was born with a condition called pentalogy of Cantrell.
It's a vagina. Look at it.
I'm not looking. I don't want to look.
Look at her chest vagina.
No, I'm
That
not going to
only
look.
occurs in just 5 per million. And what it
When she grows up and like she's dating and you're like kissing her nipples and you give a kiss to her beating heart.
Yeah, you try to go under the shirt and you're like fucking squeezing her heart and she dies because you thought you were grabbing her tits.
Oh, but you can make it romantic. You just be like, "Oh, I put your heart in my hands," or something.
means
like that.
is that
Yeah, but that
Versavia
gets so
was
old
born
so
with
fast.
the
It's just like, yeah,
heart
every
not
fucking boyfriend I've ever
inside
had.
the rib cage where it would be protected, but on the outside, just under.
Yeah,
the
I'd be so afraid to go anywhere. What if
Yeah.
she falls down or something?
Well,
like, while she's dancing.
I'm thinking of dumb things like, what about like her seatbelt in her car?
Yeah.
Like, where does
Yeah.
what the fuck?
What about when you want to go on a roller coaster?
What if she scores a touchdown and wants to jump up and bump bellies?
Yeah,
with
do a
someone?
fucking chest
What
bump.
if like someone walks up and just does the like
the skin.
When I'm getting dressed, I put soft clothes on to not hurt my heart, and I just
Christ.
walk around,
That's
I jump, I fly, I run. Well, I'm not supposed to run. But I
Oh,
love.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not supposed to run, but I'm in hip hop dance
When
class.
Yeah, but
Versavia was
I'm
born
hip-hop
in
dance class.
Novorossiysk in Russia, doctors warned her mother Dari to prepare for the worst.
God, I can't watch it beat, dude. I can't watch that.
Yeah, it does give me the willies.
Condition, but they said she won't survive.
Oh man, she looks like a Bratz doll.
When I saw first time how her heart is beating, of course, to me it was something special.
So is there
That
there's nothing they could
Versavia is
do? They
alive
can't just
and
like put it in?
She can breathe and she can live.
You think they're got it if it's still connected to everything? Can't you just like bust her ribs out, put it in? Like, yeah, I bet it probably sucks for like 6 months, but then it's like not a lifetime of danger.
From Russia to America, and her hope in doing that was that her daughter would be able to have an operation to put things back where they should be. But
Maybe they have to wait till
unfortunately,
she
and
gets
very
like
disappointing,
fully grown.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if they do it
Yeah.
now, it could like get all weird and move. But like once you're done growing, then you can do it.
For Dari, she was told that
it's like a really
Vasavia
gnar version of
wasn't
LASIK
strong
surgery
enough because of problems with her blood pressure.
Oh yeah, she's not strong enough
We
yet.
came from Russia to United States. Doctors checked her and they said they cannot help her. I was really upset about that because they kept telling me that she
did you
will
see it
die
when she
soon.
coughed?
Oh yeah, dude. All right.
Oh God.
All right, we get it. We get it.
This was your doing, Jim. This is your doing.
Oh man, that was so weird. It
like kind of pushed out like you were like blowing on a balloon, but not
Like
fully
the,
expanding
like a
it.
pufferfish. Like a
Yeah, yeah.
pufferfish.
Or like the little alien that's on the tongue of the alien when it shoots out of the
Or like
mouth
you're
or whatever.
squeezing a stress ball or something.
Ooh.
God damn.
Did I have any other ones? I think that was all of them.
Good.
I think so. Let me double check.
I think you gotta have one more, Jim.
Because I remember there I was like, damn, these are all coming out at once. Actually, we could watch this one.
I was just reading that. I'm really glad you clicked that.
Now, apparently, these we should have played this in part one.
Is that the kid from Summer Heights High?
I don't know. Like, this is in Australia, I think. This is like an old story, but I don't know why they were banned from kissing. But apparently the thing
it
is
just grosses everyone out.
Yeah, a couple of Down syndrome. They were banned from kissing.
Do you love Nicky? Is he the best man in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah. She is too. You are.
And I think Nicky's got something to say to Sammy.
If it's all right.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Nick?
He falls through the glass table.
He just gets up and does it like he
gets up, has glass shards in him, but he can't fucking tell. So he just gets up and acts normal until he dies.
You remember me?
Yes.
You can take time to think about it, so you can, Sam.
Hey, come on, guy. What the fuck? She said yeah.
Well, you don't have to marry this retard if you don't want to.
You don't have to say
Not
yes.
saying you can do better, but come on. She fucking takes the ring off and eats it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Swallows it immediately.
I understand it's sweet and everything, but like... why were they banned from kissing?
So where's the kiss ban happen, though? I don't get it. Like, is it on this show they weren't allowed to?
I don't know.
Does he lean in for... Maybe... Okay, and I don't... This is not a joke. It will sound like a joke. I know that retards have problems being biters. Sometimes they bite a lot. Is there a chance that maybe one of them is a biter and there's that, like, maybe they're compelled? I don't know where it comes. Like, but, like, being that close to someone else that they might just fucking bite into their lip or something?
Well, let's see here.
I'm just fucking spitballing here. I'm trying to find a reason. Other than how gross it is.
They'd been banned from kissing at the local youth club where they met.
Oh, because they're probably just fucking making out all the time and...
Yeah, well, and it's probably the same as if any, yeah.
It's like making out at a community center.
Yeah.
Like, hey, please stop.
Yeah, I'd also be banned.
She's going to... Samantha's mom, Kim, said she's going to cry as her daughter accepted his hand. Yeah. Couple got engaged. Wait.
God, that wedding is going to be a mess. No one's going to be on time. Nothing's going to go the way it's supposed to.
They did this thing on TV where they got engaged, but the mother revealed that they've gotten engaged a bunch of times. So it's not even a real thing. Like, it's not even a real thing.
Oh, that's fucking
To
funny.
them it is, Jim.
They're not sure whether the two lovebirds will actually be able to marry, as they're incapable of living on their own. We're thinking of having a blessing for them if they're still together in a few years.
We don't think it'll last.
Yeah, the mother just says, we're not sure what the future holds. I think that's the reason why I pulled this, because it wasn't so much the engagement, that's whatever. I was just so confused at why they were banned from kissing, and they don't, like, really explain it at all. Like, it's such an obvious, like, just... Hey, let's get some clickbait, bring some Down syndrome people on, and make a fake, like, good time video and get a lot of views from it. Kim then went on to add, the mother said, it'd be lovely if they won the lottery. This mother's a piece of shit.
Yeah, she's just trying to fucking get a reality show.
Oh, yeah, my retards have been married 100 times, but hey, wouldn't it be great if we won the lottery?
She said if we won millions of pounds, we'd buy 3 houses and build 2 houses either side so they can stay in the one in the middle. What is this mother, dude?
She's one who's tired of raising an adult with Down syndrome.
I mean, that would be the nightmare, right? You have to fucking deal with him forever, and then he's like, hey, I brought home a girl, and it's like, great, now I have to fucking make dinner for 2 of you. And I'm going to have to make dinner twice, because the first time I bring you dinner, you're going to throw it all over the ceiling and walls.
Yeah, a couple with Down syndrome ordered to stop kissing. I feel like there's more to this. It's not just that they're like, hey, Down syndrome people don't kiss.
They were just probably all over each other, and they don't have boundaries, so he was probably like popping a nip out every once in a while. And then she'd probably tug on his dick. Then he had a boner.
Decided to set up a separate club for people with disabilities. If you have a disability, there's a lot of things out there when you're young. When you come to adulthood, there's nothing there for you.
They just made it a make-out club for Down syndrome people across the way.
When I used to go to a youth club, you could have a kiss and cuddle. Why should it be any different for them? I don't know. I don't feel like, even if you're like, I guess they just turned 18, but I don't feel like a youth club with 17-year-olds. They're like, yeah, kiss and cuddle. Like,
yeah, I don't know of any youth clubs where it's like, yeah, now it's kiss and cuddle time.
And by youth club, do they mean like a community center, or is that like a club for
yeah, is that like
kids?
something where we don't understand because it's fucking over there?
Yeah, okay, and I think I'm starting to remember this now. Because this stupid headline makes it seem like this club or whatever is a villain, or there's these villains stepping in, won't letting them kiss. It's called the JK Club. It's an inclusive Friday night social event for adults with disabilities. So I don't know. They're mad that they kiss there.
You guys can meet and talk, but you cannot kiss.
It's just like grinding against it. You cannot kiss.
But it's like they're just like, hey, just don't kiss here. This is like a youth club. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Such a fake fucking bullshit, and no one cares. And the mother even had to tell them, oh yeah, they do this all the time.
They're constantly engaged.
They're always getting fucking engaged. Don't worry about it.
The sixth girl he's been engaged to in 4 weeks.
If only we won the lottery, or someone set up a GoFundMe, maybe. Then we would build 3 houses and have them live in the middle.
Maybe if we got an anonymous donation.
Then we could keep an eye on them.
I guess that's kind of what I was doing with the cake challenge. I was like, if only someone would send us a cake.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
I wish, hey, but if I guess no one's going to send us a cake.
Although, smart move, they did disable the comments on this video.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
This morning knew what they were doing.
Very good call. What is this? Now I have to click on this. Now, whatever the show is this morning, I guess it's an Australian show.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
They brought another little fucking gimmick they got is the Undateables, James and Tammy.
It sounds like that's a show.
From
And
past
these people
series,
are
so
on
it's
it.
always lovely to have you on the show.
Oh, no. She has a skull face.
Born in South Africa, living in Berkshire now. With
Why is James undateable?
Yeah, what's wrong with
look
him?
at him. He's a piece
He's
of
just
shit.
a cliche nerd. He's just like a nerd.
He's really feminine.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you're assuming her gender. Yeah.
You guys said it first.
And you say there is no word in the English language that describes how much you want a girlfriend. So, really?
Oh, man. I feel more bad for him, but he has to go on a show.
He's a giant piece of shit.
He has to go on a show with Skullface to be like, yeah, I also would like a date.
No, but this guy's a selfish piece of shit because he's just like, I'm a bit of a nerd. I wish I had a girlfriend. And then right next to him, fucking Skullface is like, hey, I actually have a reason why. You're just like shy. I have a Skullface.
Oh, thank you, Leon, in the chat. It's a British show. All right, whatever. They're all
You
saying
do
to me.
want a girlfriend.
Very much so.
Very much. Okay, so
It is great. It is so funny that they have to have it's just kind of a feminine nerd has to be like, I wish I had a girlfriend.
He's just awkward. She's a fucking monster.
What sort of
She doesn't
lady are
have
you
time
looking
between Captain America to find
I'm
a
looking
date.
for a girl who is friendly for a
I'd
start.
start eating him like
You
the
know,
ghoul I
who's
was if I was sitting next to him when he starts talking like that.
He has Asperger's too.
nice person, and a girl that I can actually have a conversation with about.
Dude, date the girl next to you. I don't want to date a monster.
Have a long-term relationship with someone that you can't. You have nothing.
This is like a goof, though. They just bring on kind of. I mean, clearly has issues, but it's just kind of a normal dude.
That's like me being like, yeah, I was depressed the other day, and then let's bring in all the people from the suicide ward. Are you guys also depressed? And it's like, now I feel like an idiot.
And like, anyways, and to you, Tammy.
But I'm not.
How unfortunate, because look at how well dressed she is.
I was thinking the same thing. She's got great fashion sense. Too bad she has no lips.
Your personality and the way you are, how that makes it difficult to have dates. So in the past, on the dates that you've had, where do you?
They were smart to put him
also
first,
say,
though.
unlike a job interview, you can't go back and ask.
Can you imagine
just sit there?
Can you imagine if you have a second? They have a fucking 10-minute conversation with this fucking faceless lady, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm a little bit awkward."
Is that lady? You think that lady's just stewing over here?
Dude, like I said, I'd be so mad at this guy if I was her.
What have you managed to figure out? What do you think it is that's prevented you?
Well, primarily it's
my
because I
no-nos.
can't read people. I mean, as one of the problems with Asperger's is not being able to read things like facial expressions, and I am very bad with that. So
am I at making them, because I don't have a fucking face.
Yeah, so am I.
You're really bad at reading me.
You are talking, you can't tell if they're actually interested in what you're saying. So that probably puts a lot of people off.
Your mum's very good for you, isn't she? Because she helps you with an awful lot.
Enough of this guy.
I had quite a lot.
They're really burying the lead right now.
He's like a Rebel Wilson character.
And I don't think it was actually, you know, major. It was quite funny.
Right. He's got nice teeth. He's got really nice teeth.
He looks like Rebel Wilson.
2 years ago, you had this illness that came out of nowhere, and it totally changed your life.
She's like a cat person.
Yeah, it's like she got bit by a panther and then like started turning into one, but then not in a cool Spider-Man way.
Well, she got cured midway. She got cured mid-transformation.
The doctors figured out how to stop her superpowers from manifesting, but it also stuck her half man, half panther.
Up talking to guys, guys approaching you, but now 2 years later, suddenly that's changed a bit, and it's your confidence really that you're battling with more than anything.
Yeah, it did. It knocked my confidence hugely because obviously one of the main
God.
changes
Rare
is
blood
my
poisoning
face.
left her facially
And
disfigured.
although
That's
I
terrible.
don't think before I necessarily relied on
Oh,
my
she was a regular. She was a normie beforehand.
That's actually got to be way worse because you're alive and adult and like you're around for long enough to know what it's like. It's not like you went blind when you were 3 and you're like, as far as I'm concerned, I've been blind forever. Like this chick knows what it's like to be a normal person, and now she has like a hole in her face that's her nose.
Well, and plus, I mean, she was pretty attractive before.
Yeah.
And as someone who was once skinny and hot and is now kind of fat, people really do treat you differently. So she also has to like live with that knowledge of like knowing what it was like to be one of the chosen. And she's not.
Look at her lips. She's got giant lips. Like
the chat saying she's a Who from Whoville.
The aesthetics.
Oh man.
And I'd really.
You know when
I'd think
when
twice about
guys
going off and
have gotten a little out of shape, so they use an old picture on their dating profiles.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine if this chick used an old picture on her dating profile and you showed up to the date and like how do you play that off?
I don't know how they're going to react.
So what is it? Is it the fear of being rejected?
It is. It's the fear of being rejected, and I also find that I find it quite easy now, as time's gone on, to forget what I look like.
Yeah.
When somebody has a negative reaction to how I look, or somebody stares at me, you see them do a double take.
What must it be like when she sneezes?
And they're all things that I don't want to see.
It's got to be a real fucking nightmare.
And what she's describing sounds like a nightmare because she forgets that like she looks weird.
Yeah.
So then like she'll just be like going through life like whatever, and then all of a sudden people giving her weird looks, and she's like reminded of what's happening.
Or like all of a sudden a podcast starts making fun of her.
Like imagine when like you have food on your face or something, and you're walking around and someone like points out, and you're like, "Oh Jesus Christ! It's been all day. No one ever said anything." That's just her whole life now.
And like she does like talking and stuff. She's carries herself well. Like you could tell. Like, she's just a normal person.
Yeah, if you cover the bottom of her face, it's like, ooh.
Suppose things
but
like
then if you
dating
only cover the top of her face, it's like
websites,
fucking
the
a
front
monster.
page to your life, your
It's a ghoul.
personality,
She's
your
become a
heart, your
ghoul.
soul is always going to be your face.
Yeah, and so many now are based on the first thing you see is a picture. And you decide from that picture whether you want to know more about somebody or not.
She tries it on
and
Tinder.
I feel most people seeing my picture wouldn't think, well, I bet she's got a great personality. it'd be a no. Because
What if she had a shit personality?
Partners.
Which is kind of a bummer because she does seem really nice.
Of these dates.
No,
like even that, like right there, she just like made like a little face that you know what the face should have looked like.
Susanna was the lady that you went out on the date with, I think, wasn't she? As far as I want to know, did it go okay?
Well, it was a fantastic location. It was just down beside a river.
Yeah.
And yeah, some conversation.
Did they go on a date together?
And you'll have to wait.
No, I think I've seen this show. Actually, I've seen a clip from this show. If it's the one I'm thinking of, where like they set them up with people, but they don't like tell them. Like the one I saw, like the girl like revealed halfway through that she like has what's the alopecia. So she like took off her wig.
Oh, I think I saw someone share that clip.
Like, yeah, but then she like turns the dude down at the end after he's like the best guy about it.
Weird.
Saying that I think it was the BMA said they were using people with disabilities as a source of comedy. I think that was one of their complaints. There have people who've said that in the past, and there have been critics.
Yeah, how dare someone use people that look like this as a source of comedy?
Ridiculous.
That anybody would suggest that I've been exploited in any way. Just because I'm disfigured doesn't mean that I'm any more vulnerable. I'm not stupid.
The scary thing about this is she's the case of like, I could look like that in a week.
Yes,
Who knows?
yeah, it could happen to us.
What if
yeah.
I fucking go out and get in a car wreck and somehow like my face hits the steering wheel in the right way, or the fucking my blood becomes gnarly? I could be that, and like most people at our age are probably thinking like, no, anything that's gonna happen has happened already.
Yeah.
And throughout no point of the filming did I feel that it was being done for entertainment. Obviously, it's an entertaining show, but I just think it's done for the point of endearing.
Because I guarantee it was you were being
exploited.
If you're on a dating show,
we all just want to find somebody who loves us for us.
She steps off the bus, someone goes next.
Well, I actually think on a wider level it takes a lot of credit away from the people who watch it, because quite a lot of people, but also, you know, it's very.
Okay, yeah, I wonder how her date went. Now I'm like sold. I'm like fucking. I need to watch this episode. Comments are disabled, of course. I don't want to check real quick. Yeah, I didn't realize the show was the Undateables. I thought they were like, let's bring on the Undateables.
Yeah, I thought they were kind of like making fun of them.
Woman 34 lost her nose and lips.
Jim, she's right in between our ages.
Ugh. Goes on her first date on TV show The Undateables, leaving viewers crying happy tears.
And it's true, like, even if you're not shallow, you could be the least shallow person in the world, and it's going to be really, really hard to stick around long enough to like what's inside someone when that's a hell of a first impression. Like, even if you're being super open-minded.
Yeah, she went on a trip with Gary, and Gary complimented her lovely eyes, and he appeared taken with the 34-year-old. I wonder how did it end well. Viewers were overjoyed to hear Gary say that he liked Tammy. He told her, when I saw you dressed beautifully, you've got lovely eyes, and as soon as we started chatting, it's gone. It's not that important. I'm bald and I wear glasses, and I've got a slightly odd-shaped head. Nobody's perfect.
Gary's a good dude.
Yeah, Gary's coming
but then
through.
again, what's it going to be like when he pukes on her face when they're having sex because he's looking at her? And then it's suddenly going to be awkward again.
Yeah, everyone was taken by the show. Oh, wait, what? Oh, she worked as a manager with a women's wear company, was enjoying a family Christmas in 2013 when she started to feel unwell. She dismissed the discomfort as a bug. 2 days later, rushed to the hospital, realized it was more serious. Yeah, blood poisoning. Jesus.
How do you get meningitis? Is that a thing I can just catch? Because I don't want this to happen.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know,
suddenly
man.
horrified.
I'm sure if any UK listeners, this was all the rage on all the news. This is old news to you. I applied to Undateable because I was trying to hold on to as much of the old me as I could. I don't want to be alone forever.
Full circle.
Man.
Don't ever be alone.
Yeah, holy shit. And I want to find someone who loves me for me. I'm the same me whether I have 50 operations on my face or none. Meningitis Research Foundation estimates about 3,200 people get bacterial meningitis and associated septicemia in the UK each year. Its exact causes are not known.
No, Thorson, it's a mystery.
It's a fucking nightmare, a creeping nightmare that can strike at any time.
Oh, man.